So item 12 is the next bill. It's SB 1368. Another, I do.
Storm the gate again, Mr.
Yes, I appreciate that about you very much, Senator, and we're not afraid of having robust and controversial discussions here. So we appreciate your bills.
Great. Senate Bill 1368 is about dropping school district boundaries. Colleagues, SB 1368 addresses open enrollment. It allows parents and students increased school choice. They can attend any school in California regardless of district residency. Inter-district transfers have been widely accepted and utilized. In fact, one of my neighbors is enjoying that opportunity in the Newport Mesa Unified School District, being able to take her daughter to a school in Newport Beach. Charter schools are great. We've talked about that in the last bill, but I would advise you, if you have not already seen Waiting for Superman, the 2010 documentary, they may have charter schools, but you may not get into them. What about intra-district transfers? With housing so expensive, many parents commute many miles to work. Why not enroll their kids near where they work, especially if they're living in Sacramento and commuting to the Bay Area because they're in software? So they would have at least the ability, if their child calls in sick or at school, the parent could just take an Uber or Lyft and grab the child instead of taking the 2-hour train ride back to Sacramento. So this would provide some flexibility. Also, we have a lot of individuals that, and buying a home is so critical because you're actually buying into the school district, but a lot of us now cannot afford to move into certain districts, but still would like to get the education. And so why not allow some of our commuters to work or bring their kids closer to, bring their kids to a school that is within driving distance, that housing prices prohibits them from moving into. What if a resident just lives a few blocks from the next district over? Why preclude them from not being able to use the neighboring district? Why not the advantage of a close commute? So with high housing costs, many cannot afford to reside within a certain district, but they're willing to commute to bring their kids there. California community colleges already allow the ability of students to go to any of the campuses. Why not allow that for K through 12? One school district in my Senate district, Tustin Unified School District, is seeing an enrollment decline, and they're actually trying to recruit students. So they're dependent on ADA, average daily attendance like everyone else. So a little competition in a small manner should hopefully improve all school districts. There's currently a district of choice program which only 47 districts out of 1,100 in the state have adopted. So that certainly is there, but it is not working. It's only allowing 10,000 students to be transferred out of 6 million. I don't even want to know how many zeros behind the dot we're going to be talking about. So colleagues, thank you for letting me have some of your time this morning. I'll keep this brief. Senate Bill 1368 expands this proven strategy statewide, and I encourage your support.
Okay, so let's give opportunity for folks to voice their support for the bill. Anyone who wants to testify or voice their support?
I think I have Bill Sitcher if he wants to testify on behalf of this bill.
There's no way you can stand before you and talk about choice without supporting this bill. As Senator Morlock has hit on, one of the main impediments of parents being able to send their children to the school of their choice is based upon the affordability of their housing and where the government says that our kids will attend school. So simply put, allowing transfers independent of where a student lives is of paramount importance, and anybody who wants to support choice needs to support this bill. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Other folks who want to raise opposition to this bill? Yes, Carlos.
Carlos Machado with California School Board Association. We are opposed to the bill. We are concerned about the impact it would have both upon school districts and also upon students. By changing the district lines right now, it impacts and disrupts districts' ability to plan and budget. It would be difficult for districts to determine what their needs are going to be, what students they're going to be serving. Many districts have implemented multi-year projects to help with various types of programs, such as teacher recruitment, investing in special education programs. This could potentially impact those and other programs that districts have been counting on that enrollment in order to fund those programs for students. We're also concerned about the one-sided authorization that the bill gives to receiving districts, allow them to consider the financial health and also the impact it would have on quality education. I think the same consideration should be afforded to those districts that are going to be districts of residence. They're going to be impacted both in terms of the fiscal impact and quality education for the students that remain. On the student side, these choices won't be available to all students in that many students or transportation in public schools right now has been notoriously underfunded, and many students won't have the opportunity to take advantage of the flexibility provided under this bill. We also think that there's other groups of students too that wouldn't be able to benefit because those other schools that they might be interested in might not have the services that those parents and those families might be looking for. For those reasons, we are strongly opposed to the bill and ask the committee to reject the measure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good
Yes,
morning,
ma'am.
Mr. Chair and members. Pamela Gibbs, representing the Los Angeles County Office of Education. I'd like to apologize to Mr. Morlack. Our board just voted to oppose the bill last night. I did submit a letter that was recently distributed to the members. So thank you, Mr. Morlack. We'd like to continue discussions with you, but we are opposed to the bill. Currently, as you know, and the chair did mention under the previous bills, there are numerous options right now available to the children of California, and this bill seeks to revoke many of those. One of them is a bill that establishes residency for parents who are employed in a district, in the district's area. Also, the District of Choice bill, which the chair also mentioned was recently reauthorized, as we know. And it also revokes a bill that allows children to attend school where they live, where the parents are living in their employment areas. So all of those things would be repealed with this bill. It also conflicts with recently enacted bill from last year that provides for timelines for appeals, and that was last year. Most importantly, and I haven't heard this discussed yet, is the bill may also raise challenges related to child find, which would serve students with disabilities. So due to the uncertainty of where students might be enrolling, that might be an issue. And lastly, to align myself with the comments of CSBA, school districts might experience declining enrollment and fiscal instability. So we do have a process in place for school districts to make their yearly projections for dealing with their budgets, and we think this would disrupt that. So for these reasons, we oppose the bill. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr.
Good
Rapp.
morning, Mr. Chair. Ron Rapp on behalf of the California Federation of Teachers. I'd like to just support the comments of my colleagues. We do have a formal opposed position on this bill. We do believe that parents have multiple choices currently and find that this bill is unnecessary. For those reasons, we oppose. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, other folks who want to raise concerns about the bill or opposition? Okay, the item is before the committee. Another robust and dramatic change to our system proposed by my good friend Senator Morlock. I do appreciate it. Any questions, thoughts from the committee? Okay. I think part of what's always a challenge here, and I served as a member of a school board, is that we all want to see the system work better. There's no question about it. But, it's hard to make a system work. And then also you want to make sure as you navigate the waters of creating a system that actually works on a mass level, that sometimes these kinds of concerns that have been raised sound bureaucratic, and they are to some extent, but they're necessary parts of running an enormous school system. And it's part of the challenge. I think we've tried to meet some of the kinds of choice-related concerns that you've been raising through the series of these bills, through some of the other things that we mentioned, district of choice and charter schools and magnet schools and other types of options that are out there. And there actually are quite a few, and I know parents avail themselves of these options all the time. And I know this personally from having served on the board. So I appreciate you asking tough questions about the way the system works. And I encourage you to continue to engage in this conversation. And I would love to talk to you continually about this. Once again, I think this, I'm worried about a whole series of unforeseen consequences in terms of that could end up impacting a lot of students negatively in ways that I'm not sure that the proponents have fully thought through. And so with that, I regretfully will not be able to support this bill again. But I do appreciate you continuing to grapple with ways to improve our system. So if there's a motion, if you'd like to close.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, and thank you for sharing with everyone that you are a school board member or have been in the past. I had the
Not an easy experience.
It's not. It's the privilege of being the treasurer for the 30-plus school districts in Orange County for 12 years, and a lot of fun dealing with their finances. So I appreciate some of the concerns about the difficulty to plan and budget. They're probably not as difficult as maybe they are projected, but one of the comments that I just want to close on is the ability to invest in special education programs. This has come up now twice this morning, and we've already had a pretty lengthy hearing on it for Sub 1 on just how we could be doing a lot better for special education. So if we were to be a little more global on our approach to special education, maybe we could have one campus and allow parents to do a little bit more moving or commuting to a location where the needs are met a little more specifically instead of a little bit here, a little bit there. If you put all the little bits together, you'd have a 100% program. So I see some opportunities here where we could work inter-district to address a clientele that is really not getting the benefits of what we are capable of doing. So with that, Mr. Chair, thank you once again for indulging me and allowing me to just kind of upset the apple cart again. But I think our residents would like to have a little more flexibility, and it's not being provided to them, and this is an opportunity to help parents once again, and I ask for an aye vote.
Thank you, Senator. And if you want to talk shop about a very focused bill on the special ed question, for example, I'm very open to that conversation.
I'm learning. Every year we'll do something, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So thank you for that offer.
Thank you, Senator. All right, so Bill, do we have a motion for the bill? So, Mr. Vice Chair, okay, so the bill is item 12, it's SB 1368. Secretary, please call a roll.
Item 12, SB 1368. The motion is due pass to appropriations. Allen?
No.
Allen, no. Wilk? Aye. Wilk, aye. Galgiani? Galgiani, no. Leyva? No. Leyva, no. Pan? Pan, no. Vidak? Vidak, aye.
All right, thank you. So thank you very much,
Mr. Chair,
Senator.
thank you, colleagues.